Konica Minolta. Alright, this will be a challenge. Let's see if we can make this one look good. Even though it looks like an original, it's going to be a challenge colour-wise. But we'll soon find out. We'll get the sizing, get onto that later. We're just going to set this silly shitter up. I'm going to leave those out. We've got to leave them out. And going to reverse. And okay. Going to leave the colour balance this time. We're just going to work on the saturation, the contrast. I think only a little bit of contrast. Maybe we're going in reverse. We're going to have less contrast, or we're just trying to make up our minds. Sorry, peoples. Fuck, this is a challenging one. I don't know how this one's going to work. So, going to go here. Darken it as usual because it's a negative image, and I wonder, going to give it, not going to give it any red. Okay, right, this will be a challenge. Okay, so maybe with the colour balance we'll set it up differently. We'll just up the hot colours like magenta. We're just going to up the magenta and just keep the other colours. Or maybe we could do the other colours as well. Like the yellow can go up a little bit. Cyan can stay the same, and same with the black. So a bit of a different style of colour balance setting. I'm used to just pushing all the colours up together, but sometimes that doesn't always work. What have we got? We've got what looks like a fire child. Whatever. Fire child, I don't believe in them, but there's a guy on YouTube who has a really cool synthesizer, and he calls himself Mr. Firechild, and that sort of looks a bit like a Firechild. So yeah, not an original thought. Now let's see how big we can make this thing that we could call a Firechild. Okay, let's see how big we can make it. What size are we going to give it? This will be a challenge. Going to start with 300 on the horizontal. And the vertical is going to be probably 390. It's probably about the size of a business card vertically. Let's see if we can make this come up a treat, both size-wise and colour-wise. Hopefully the positioning won't be a problem. We just put it against the glass and just use the size, just fuss with the sizing instead of moving it around on the glass. Almost aimlessly, you could say. Well, actually, that does look nice colour-wise, but he's way too big. He still looks nice like that. I'm wondering if we could do something a little bit more off the beaten track, now that we've seen what it's like. So I'm wondering if we're just going to keep it like that, or if we're going to, what are we going to do? Go here, and maybe with this, we're going to increase the warmth of this original, of this picture, and I don't know if the hue's going to go up. I think we're just going to leave the hue there. So we're going to do another one, and we've got an interesting plan. We're not going to bother doing a normal fit to page. We're going to do something a little bit more creative with this. I've done this kind of creativity before, but it's different. I was hoping to just put this figure on the inside of the page, but it looks like much the same. There doesn't seem to be much difference between the two. I think he looks a bit more green and a bit warmer, so maybe we'll just push that one out, and maybe what else we can do? I think we can just keep it like that. We're just going to put it on the side here, and we're going to do something. Oh, we mustn't get auto cleared, so I've got to quickly play the machine, and we're just going to print out another copy of the same image. Colours are not really my taste. They do look a bit boring because it's mostly shades of red and yellow, and of course the white becomes black. So yeah, so let's see how this one looks. So here's our fire child, as I like to call it. So we can take our fire child and just arrange the fire children images. I've just got the same one upside down. So we're going to do something a little bit special. Wonder, we're just going to go and we're going to go to this nifty little feature, and we're just going here, and we need 2 of them. So to make this demo a bit faster, we're just going to pull up the soft keypad, and basically we're going to punch in 2 sets, and we're just going to hit the start key. But hey, we don't just hit the start key, we hit the finish key, and then we hit the start key the second time. So it's a bit of a dumb system by Konica Minolta, but you know, what can you do? I have no influence over this stupid industry. Anyway, these are both mirror images. They're both the same copy, so we're just going to show us the mirror image. So there's a mirror image there. So we're just going to take our mirror images and put them with our normal images. So we're going to see if we've made this sort of fuck up with the positioning into something a little bit more creative. It's not the greatest image that I'm working with, but I'm sure some people would like this particular kind of colour scheme. It looks interesting. It looks abstract, so I think we can call that one quits.